Hello everyone, this is Smiley. I'm here with my brother Steve, known as Steve the Mac Guy. We are going to attempt at our first commentary together, and pretty much our first StarCraft commentary all together. And luckily, unlike most commentaries out there, you don't have crappy ventrilo lag because we are sitting right next to each other. Because we just love each other so much.
Yes, and this is FlaSh versus AnyTime. It's one of the Pro League matches, KTF, FlaSh being KTF on KTF Magicians, and we have AnyTime on Air Force Ace. Protoss versus Terran. Should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, AnyTime trying to do his Reach impression as much as possible, but I'm not sure. He'll have to probably take as much as he can from Reach in order to take this match against FlaSh, because FlaSh has been doing pretty well. What do you know about AnyTime, Steve? I don't really know a whole lot about him.
Oh, I was going to say, I certainly don't expect AnyTime to win this. He's just not as good of a player as FlaSh, obviously. FlaSh being S-class player, ranked second by Kespa. AnyTime being ranked down at 55th or something like that. So
nice.
Definitely down below. However, as you mentioned, AnyTime trying to look a little manly there. He is actually pretty manly. He did win, I think, an OSL against Boxer back in like 2005.
Huh.
So pretty manly actually. And now being on the Air Force, not as manly as being in like the Army or something like that, but manlier than just playing video games your whole life. So
sure. Well, we have FlaSh spawning at the bottom left in teal, and AnyTime up there in red at the top right. Now, just a quick background, since this is our first cast. I don't know if we're going to get into doing this a lot, because Steve is actually in the Army, and he was in Afghanistan for, what, about a year?
14 months.
14 months, he has it down to the day. And then he's in Germany, so he's only here on Christmas break, so we're going to try to do a few casts just to kind of get comfortable, and then maybe when he gets back, and, you know, hopefully by May, we'll actually be able to start doing this.
That sign says Go FlaSh, by the way. That's my Korean.
Yes, yeah, he's fluent.
And that says Play StarCraft.
Yeah, and that says FlaSh points and clicks very fast. So.
FlaSh does have a pretty good APM, pretty good macro and micro. He's not really weak against any particular race. He's pretty much 60% against everybody, which is pretty ridiculous. So, again, don't see him really having a problem here. He's been, I mean, against Terran, he just pretty much always wins. Against Protoss recently, he's done pretty well. I mean, he's done well all around. What do we got here on screen? Just supply depot going up.
Yeah. Getting the supply depot, getting the barracks kind of standard right there. Not using the barracks to wall off. So that's kind of interesting. He might go for maybe using a bunker or something. And we do have AnyTime coming out with the scout. Pretty normal there. Now, I did not check the map. That might be a noob mistake. I forgot to check what map this is on. So maybe you'll be able to recognize it, Steve, as we go along. But I'm not quite sure at this time.
Yeah, I didn't check that either. He could still be walling in, though, just to note that barracks and supply depot, I'm pretty sure they can just put a second supply depot right there, as it looks like he's doing right now. So he is walling in.
Got it.
Just building up. And typical just pylon gateway.
No gas.
Pylon.
No tech quite yet. So far standard. Now this, I don't know if this is a longer game or not, but it looks, I mean, it already looks like it might get there. There's no cheese going on. There's no proxy anything. We may see a little while of just kind of sitting back and trying to, okay, well, we have the probe harassing the supply depot there. Oh, and the SCV. All right, first Marine out. So the probe scout's not going to work, and he didn't really try to initially run the probe in, which is kind of interesting. But
by the way, this is Andromeda. It's a four-player map, pretty common. I haven't seen it play in the Pro Leagues in a while, I guess, but I don't really keep up with the Pro Leagues all that much. But Andromeda, I like to play it a lot. It's a kind of easy, just standard four-player map.
Yeah.
Not a lot too interesting, just typical ramp down to your natural.
Yeah. We'll probably see the standard Dragoon come out next from AnyTime, and then of course FlaSh will be getting out the tank to try to pull it off. Marine's going to run back, so the Zealots are pretty much just going to get machine gunned from behind.
That's looked like a mistake there from AnyTime, letting that SCV in. It looked like the SCV got in there. That's definitely a mistake. I don't know why that
Did he
Zealot,
get the scout in?
Yeah, I don't know why that Zealot can just block the ramp. How hard can it be to block the ramp? But yep, there's a SCV scout.
He does have it
in there, so he's going to see whatever he has, which isn't much right now.
But obviously, it's a lot harder for the Protoss with Zealots to kill a scout versus, you know, having the Marines that actually have a ranged weapon. So
this Zealot here testing the wall. It's really pointless at this time. It's just kind of obligated that Zealot goes up there and hits the supply depot a little bit. But
first expansion going up there for AnyTime.
You do have Dragoon range going up. That's just pretty typical against Terran. Need those Dragoon range to kill off vultures and just anything that's coming from the Terran side of the house.
Both going for expansions early, it looks like. So, as I said before, both focusing on economy right now. Expansions are going to go up about the same time. It looks like AnyTime's going to get his up a little bit earlier. So, but either way, I mean, right now they're pretty much right on the
looks
number.
Like luxury, or
yeah, it does look like luxury, or it could be his twin.
Well, we should know by the teams, but since we're noobs, we probably don't. I'm pretty sure that was luxury. Here's first tank is out, so that's going to fend off the Zealot.
Done.
Zealot going down there. One thing to note is that AnyTime did get his expansion in the safe area. He decides to not go for his natural expansion, getting the gas, so he's not going to have as much gas, but he is in the safe. He's safe against that quick push that could come from Terran or quick vultures harassment.
Yeah.
He's going straight to Templar Archives here, so it looks like it could be some kind of DT drop, that combined with the Robo Bay, so probably going to have a shuttle and some DTs out. Maybe seeing a weakness in FlaSh's defense, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
maybe
FlaSh moving out to his secondary, and he could be in trouble here. Generally, obviously, no engineering bay. The engineering bay doesn't usually go up for about another minute or so. So we'll kind of see how this progresses out if he's going to be prepared. He does have siege up, though, so has a nice ridge there. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. He's going for it a little earlier. He already has that done and ready to go.
Engineering bay up, and so that means we're going to see some turrets pretty soon.
There you go.
There we go. There's the first turret. Typically, FlaSh is really good at turret timing, so I don't think AnyTime's going to sneak anything through here. However, you know, a couple turrets can be taken out by Dark Templar if they're placed in the right spot, so he doesn't necessarily know that Dark Templar is coming, but we'll see how he reacts when those first DTs do good.
I have a feeling AnyTime probably is not going to be successful with the DT harass. FlaSh is up. Yeah, okay, so we got a double expand going on there. That is going to, of course, help him out, obviously, with the economy and being able to maybe mass up a little bit more units. We got the 2 DTs loading up, and the shuttle's going to go over. I don't think this is going to be very effective. Shuttle's probably just going to kind of
I think that expansion could end up getting canceled or destroyed later, just based on the timing. He puts his expansion down before he goes to harass, but if this harassment fails, then he's going to have tanks coming straight up towards his expansion, and then that expansion's going to be pretty much worthless. So a little risky move to go for an expansion, a second expansion, when he's not even scouting FlaSh at all right now. I mean, he doesn't have observers up, he hasn't got a probe in his base in a long time, so he's kind of just blindly sending his DTs in here with the slow shuttle. So that could be pretty risky.
They're not gonna do very much. We do see. I mean, he'll probably drop him at the top left there, where I don't know if there's a turret.
However, the observer,
there they go.
Observer pointing out there's no scan capabilities for FlaSh, so he's going to be relying fully on these turrets. And here come the first 2 DTs into FlaSh's main. He does have the turret there, so DT's getting warded off. He needs to take down that turret there to get to that tank.
They're gonna make it.